9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Come on, come on, come on. How you want it, cognac or Patron? Brunch with the boys, we gon' give you what you want. And what you don't know, we about to put you on. Come on, come on, come on. How you want it, cognac or Patron? Brunch with the boys, we gon' give you what you want. And what you don't know, we about to put you on. Yes, we are the trending topic. We relationship prophets. Brunch with the boys, we the hottest. Brunch with the boys, we the hottest.
Hola, mi gente, ¿todo bien? Todo bien, gracias.
No habla inglés.
So, my friends, it's going to be a wonderful night. We have something to talk to you about today. It's going to be very good. It's about, I think my friend wants to tell you, but I'm a special guest, by the way. My name is Jose. And I'm very excited, but Jezzy, what are we talking about today, man?
Oh, man, we getting into
Gracias, Papa.
things that attract a man to a woman.
Dale, Papa.
And realistically, there are so many things.
Because we like it like that, too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really about what you like, but there are so many reasons why a man can be attracted to a woman, and we're going to give you our perspective. Ladies, you can really grab some knowledge from this because it gives you the upper hand. Use what you hear and say, oh, I can get a nigga that way. Yes, because if you don't use it, you might never get a nigga.
You waste it. If you don't lose, you waste it.
You're welcome.
Agree.
So let's get into it.
See, my friend?
So the first thing I want to get into off rip is, and I think all of you would agree with this, is confidence. And I think nothing is more attractive than a woman who is confident. Would you agree?
I think that depends on the guy.
Yeah?
See, man? No, Gent and I have a friend. They in college, he likes to date this girl who has no confidence. He tells her what to do, like tells her to do this or go cook that, get something for his friends, and she don't say nothing, my friend, and he loved that. He don't want no lady that's going to say something bad to him. You know, like that. So it depends on the guy. No, serious.
No. I actually.
Jen, you know the guy. Jen, you know the guy, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's true.
Yeah.
I can see that. I think to a certain extent, a man maybe wants some balance with that. You know, a woman that she knows when I say this, there's a time to go do it, and all right, I know I need not to push right here and there, you know, and let a bit slide.
Yeah.
You know, and the women that have that balance, man, you are very likely not single right now. You know? I'm just being honest with you, because that shit can be, you know, and I'm not going to say, you know, because that might take it down something else, but where confidence comes in is that mental attraction. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That goes beyond just, you know what I mean? And I think if your woman's not confident, then man, like, what do you get out of her? Is it a submissiveness?
I have a question for you. Can you give us an example? So it makes it easier for to understand.
Well, I would say confidence in the way she looks, confidence in her body, confidence about how she speaks on topics. She knows she's knowledgeable and you know, is secure in herself. You're going out with the friends and she's trusts you and she believes that you know you have a good thing. I think that shows in a woman.
Oh, it absolutely does. If you sit there and see the difference of it just in the gait of a woman when she walks, and you can see the difference between a confident woman versus a non-confident woman. Man, perfect example, dog, when I was watching the BET Awards and when I saw Lizzo and her big behind, and she was, dog, as hefty of a woman as she was, when she was twerking while also playing the flute, dog, and her confidence was on like 1,000.
I had to ask, look, I didn't see it.
I
Who's
mean,
Lizzo? A rapper?
Lizzo's a rapper, rapper, singer, and I'm telling you, her
truth
confidence, the truth, that confidence though, like was on like a whole nother level, dog. It was crazy. And it levels you up in your attraction level. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
You just have to love yourself, ladies.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and be true to who you are.
Can I ask you a question? If a girl loves you, but not herself, can you be so meaning she does everything for you that you need. She takes care of you, she's there for you, she cooks everything. But you can tell for herself she doesn't have the same love.
You are a simple man, Jose. she cooks and she cleans.
No, but I mean she provides everything that
Yeah.
you need. But she does not do that for herself. You don't feel like she has the level of appreciation
love
for
for
herself.
herself.
Exactly, could you be with her?
I mean, that's gonna be sad to see. I think as a man at that point, you know, now we're gonna start talking about relationship shit because I should be building her up, especially if she's doing so much for me. I could probably help her with that, but
Let me stop
that
you right
goes
there,
beyond
though.
attraction.
Let me stop you right there. I don't know if you ever seen somewhere where you have to constantly give validation to all the time.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that is like water on a stone, man. It will erode the shit out of your mind, dog. Like, you're sitting here having to always provide that validation. That is not attractive.
Yeah.
That if I have to
True.
do that all the
True.
time, I don't
Very
want to
true.
be with you.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Like, I want you to be able to be confident in yourself, and we can be confident together, and that is sexy.
Yeah.
That's attractive. The rest of that shit ain't even there.
I agree, man.
I
Okay,
agree.
cool explanation.
Another thing that came up to me in my mind is maturity can be attractive because I know you like an old bitch.
He's talking about Gene, people, no say.
I don't. I mean, I can't
No
say.
lie, my friend. I
No,
know your
no,
friends
no,
are good. They're very good, but
No,
they're old.
listen.
More
I
experience.
think there is something that comes with experience, of course, and it's one of the things that come is just some of the attributes where they know what they want, they know what they don't want, but there's also some opportunities that come with that because they may be more set in their ways, and there's some other aspects that could be drawbacks as well. But yeah. There's some attractiveness to an older woman, or there wouldn't be cougars out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or a mountain lion, or puma.
He says
Depending, I don't know what ages those
I don't
cats
know.
come
What
in,
is
but
a
I feel
mountain
like
Mountain, man.
I feel like that might be like the early 50s, and then I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. I don't know.
Real quick, my friends, this is Jose. I have to go. Pero King Days is coming up. It been very thank you for having me
Hey,
here.
Jose, we
Appreciate
really
you,
appreciate
Jose.
it.
Absolutely, my friend.
Hey,
Have a good
listen.
night.
Can I have a piece of your taco before you go?
That's not funny, you fucker.
Hey,
Gracias.
Jose, you may want to take the back door. Ice was out front. I see.
Oh
You know what? These guys wait till I'm about to go and cannot defend myself, right? And say this dumb shit. Negritos, eh? Adios, everybody. Gracias.
Hey, fuck you too, Jose.
Oh, at least we're glad to have this, man.
Hey, you know,
Hey, what's going on,
good?
fellas? What's going on?
good, man?
Y'all treat my homeboy Jose okay,
yeah,
huh?
man.
Yeah, he was
we
alright, man.
we wish you got here on time. Man. Nigga was trouble.
Keep it moving, nigga. What you
You know
talking
what I'm
about?
saying? So we talking about things that attract a man to a woman. Next thing that comes to my mind is more simply is she makes you laugh. I think it's always on the man to make a woman laugh. That's the way women look at it.
Yeah.
To me, it's particularly great when a girl is funny as fuck. That shit makes you want to be. How many of us have really had a woman that was funny? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
I don't know.
I was actually reading this study, and this is a study by the evolution of human behavior, and they say that both men and women equally like a sense of humor. However, men, they don't rate it at the same level as a woman. What they rate it as is how receptive a woman is to their own goddamn humor.
Interesting.
Bitch, find me funny, nigga.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I definitely need that. To me, the things we're talking about, I think you guys are talking about today, obviously there's some physical aspects to that, right? But we're talking about things outside of physicality. It's definitely a sense of humor. I mean, like, it keeps things light, because I think what comes with someone who has a sense of humor is they're less likely to mire in drama. You know what I mean?
That
Because
is true.
they typically have an optimistic outlook on things, which is why they're being able to be comedic about some of this stuff. So,
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, you love when a girl can take a joke
Yeah.
early in a situation.
better if she can give one, though, too.
Exactly. Oh, man, even better. So
If she can dish it out, that's cool. For
Yeah,
real.
for sure.
and even at our own expense. So
Yeah.
you know, ladies, you see a fella and clown his ass. Like, real talk.
Right,
That
right.
shit might get you in. You know what I mean?
If he could take it.
Yeah. If he can't, goddamn you, bitch ass nigga. You could have had some pussy. Charming. I like a charming woman. Like,
what is a charming woman?
Yeah,
like,
what is the
explain what that
definition
is.
of that?
like
yeah.
flirty. Like she knows how to.
Okay.
I don't want to say control you, but maybe manage you in the way that she approaches and addresses you. You know what I mean? And kind of.
So she got game, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't want to say
She got
game.
some
I think
swag.
she's kind of like smooth. And,
Right.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
she knows how to give those subtle touches. But yeah, she's a lady and she's withdrawn. She's stoic. Yeah,
Right.
revealing. You know what I mean?
That's a lot right
Yeah,
there, Wes.
dog.
I mean,
No, but
that is complex.
you know
That's
that
a jambalaya
exists.
of a woman,
It
right
is,
there.
it
boy.
is.
That's
Man, you
nice.
don't do that to your ladies though.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think you got as a man, you gotta,
That's standard
What?
protocol
take them
right
out
there.
as a one night and not and treat her like a first date. Treat her like
Yeah, you
pussy
got
you
to.
never
You got
had.
to.
You know what I mean? To where you pull back and everything. I think the main reason most men are attracted to a woman is her body. I think you have to find something on her that you really like physically in order to say, hey, you know, I want that.
Isn't that? I don't care what a motherfucker says. Isn't that number one for 99% of men? At least the ones that can see.
Maybe not. I think they're
Well, you always say men are visual creatures. So
Gay
I'm
niggas,
assuming-
gay niggas be judging other niggas on how they look. So my point is that it ain't even like a male. Like that's some. I think that's an everybody thing.
I say that because there's men who know that they are not attractive. And I appreciate
tough.
them niggas.
That's tough.
Because they got to keep it real with yourself. The best thing you can ever do for yourself, anyone in life,
Let's
is to keep it real with yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he knows he's not attractive. So yeah, I don't think he's out here looking for a girl that's pretty more than he's looking for.
A girl who won't leave him.
God damn.
Come on, man.
Hey, yeah,
Yes,
okay.
but I mean that's everyone, anyways. But
Is it really, though?
It is in a
I
way.
don't think it is.
We're not all looking from that perspective, from his maybe slightly more desperate perspective. But when we get with someone, it's with the mindset as I don't want them to leave me, or why would I even bother getting? With
But
them?
my question is about with the desire. My question is, and we'll get back on topic after this.
Yeah.
Is how much that concerns you? Is my point. I
Yeah.
think it probably concerns him a lot more than it concerns you.
Well, it again depends. Did he level up? And I know we talked about that previously in another
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
But in retrospect, if she's an unattractive woman and he's attracted her for other reasons, and it has nothing to do with her looks, maybe because she's an educator and he is as well, or she's a librarian and he's into books. So
Right.
it can be other reasons like that, and it has nothing to do with looks because she looks ugly as fuck as well. Like
That's tough.
they should not
You know what?
procreate.
I think you could be right. I don't understand that
Yeah.
perspective, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they always call them pretty people problems, but realistically, you know, unless you're in that position, I don't think you'll understand. But
I mean, from a man's standpoint, and I was going back to that same study of the evolution of human behavior, they specifically identify medium-sized breasts. So you already know that I'm already out the game with that.
What's up? C cup.
as far as what's liked, is that C or is that
yeah,
B?
that
I think that's a C.
men typically rate and or more attracted to medium-sized breasts. I don't know where they get that from. I don't know.
Take me some D's if possible.
I would burn that study.
Isn't it all perspective anyway? I mean,
It is.
D's on a petite bitch and then D's on a big old Aunt Jemima ass bitch is two different things.
God, why she gotta be on?
Well, I'm just trying to
And
paint the
that
strings.
Jemima wasn't very attractive, so I don't even like the reference.
Well, I wasn't assuming that the big bitch was attractive, but my point is that
Some attractive.
my
big
point
bitches
is that
out
that's
here.
gonna look
Shout
different,
out.
perspectively speaking. So
Yeah.
that I may not want that on a tiny chick. That may be like, man, that's a little off proportion for her body. It wasn't a big chick. She can't have no C's because you look like, man.
The other body image was the waist to hip ratio, and they had specific
Yeah.
Man,
measurements
men don't
as
know
it
those.
relates to that. But
we just know what we like.
But you know when you think about what men
Coke bottle.
when they look at the ratios, they're looking at Coke bottle, hourglass figure, things of that nature.
You just want to see a progression as from hips, from waist to hips. I mean, when you get that, you in the game, fellas. You know what I mean? And I think those ladies, they know it. I mean, I don't know what it is about hips. To me, that's one of my favorite body
I
parts.
like thighs.
Yeah, me too.
Thighs,
Me too.
yeah.
Hips and thighs, two favorite body parts.
You don't have to have a bubble butt, but you got some nice thighs, thick thighs. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
And it's okay, ladies and fellas, to be attracted for physical reasons only. And, you know, initially, because obviously you're going to get to know them more. And when we say what attracts you, these are all just to start realistically. You know what I mean? And maybe it's also what makes you stay. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you know you want an attractive person, that shit matters to you. And you found someone who feels the same way. There are people who out there who feel that way. Like, I don't want someone who's going to let themselves go just because. I want someone that's going to stay looking attractive and make me want to push myself. There are women who, oh man, I see my husband doing it, so I got out and I got right. That inspired, that keeps that relationship tighter. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that physical being an important part of what attracts you to that person.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
agreed.
Her face even too.
Yeah.
You ever had just a pretty face, bad body? And I'm talking about bad in a not good way.
Have I had it or I've seen it?
Have you had it?
Nah.
You gotta have that body.
Yeah, I got it. I got to kind of have it all. I'm not good at settling, man.
I mean, is it settling if she was beautiful but she was petite with, or not petite? She was slim, thickish with just no real curves.
It's settling if that's not what I want.
Yeah,
Like, by definition.
she was
you know,
beautiful though.
By definition, I'm settling. No matter how slight the settlement is. You know what I mean?
I feel. That's you're real stringent. I can appreciate that.
Logical. You know, another word for it.
No, but you know, man, and I don't know if you're speaking. Maybe I should have asked this question.
What?
There's a different perspective, Gent, when you speak from what you're trying to attract and be with versus what you're attracted to fuck. You know what I mean? And that woman that I described.
Physically, does that change for you?
I think I definitely think.
Assuming
it does.
you can have the other things that you want, does the body actually change? If you could have the same body you want to fuck with all the other things, wouldn't you take that?
I would definitely take it.
Okay.
But if it wasn't being presented to me at the moment, and I had a pretty face on a nice body that wasn't my ideal type, and I'm in beast mode, savage mode, nigga. 21. I mean, I'd probably sleep with her because she's still I'm still attracted to her. But she's not ultimately what I would want because there's levels of attraction.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
What's crazy is in the same study, it says that the men prefer someone with an average face over someone who is overly exotic or overly beautiful.
They
don't want ugly.
They surveying a lot of regular ass niggas.
No, I'm
too,
just,
with
I
that.
can see that though.
No,
I can see that
I'm
too.
just telling you. This is exact, and they've surveyed. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of men, including diversity is in that various age levels, et cetera, and you know that's a common theme when it comes to rating. But yeah, I'm just giving you a little perspective on that, which is kind of crazy because I would think that everyone would want like the Kim Kardashian exotic.
Men
men
have insecurities too, and they want to know that
That bitch ain't perfect.
that she's not even perfect, but that she can't do any better than you. Like you want to feel like this. Every man in their mind, if you don't think this man, then you already aren't giving your girl the hardest erection you can give her. You want to feel like you are the best she could have done. Like you are the best thing for her. Like it wasn't going to get any better. You know, I think it's a tough position to be with any woman and say, man, she could have did better than me. If you feel that way,
Dang, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Walk out that day
Yeah,
out of your house and never come back. I mean, seriously.
So you gotta be.
Keep it
Do
moving.
you like a girl that's giving?
Don't like a girl that's giving.
Giving, like free with money, and she buys you this and buys you that.
That doesn't.
She's
is that-
not materialistic, so it's not from a perspective of.
She just has a big
trying-
heart.
Yeah, she's just a
She
big
just has
heart.
That wouldn't do anything for me, and it's not necessarily a quality that I would look for.
And you know what? It probably doesn't do much for me either because I have, like you guys call me, a more archaic or aged approach to how I view, relationship interactions. So I'd probably be the one who would prefer to give than the one to take. But what I will say is, man, that shit don't hurt from time to time. So I think if there was a girl that was completely stingy, that would be a huge turnoff and I would not be attracted. So if she just did not have any of that in her and was just a taker, man, fuck that. I'm not with that. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, I don't need a woman to do that, but I mean, it sounds good.
What?
You know what I mean? Just
What?
a woman just going out of her, not even going out of her way, just someone who's that thoughtful.
Yeah.
And I think giving comes more to attentiveness and thoughtfulness because it's not about, again, what you're spending or buying. It's about, oh, you said you needed this earlier. Oh, I heard your knee was hurting and I brought you this copper fit knee. oh, you needed a medium. I'm gonna go back and get you a medium because I thought you was a large nigga. Bitch, fuck you. But and she made that joke, and you know what I'm saying. You loved it. So that thoughtfulness and that giving attitude, you know what I mean. I think that can attract you to a woman. You know.
Yeah, but. And I guess all this stuff is to varying degrees of what people like, what they don't like. But for me, like, and I guess I'm looking at that as a kind of a foregone conclusion. Like, I couldn't actually be in a relationship. If we're talking about fucking, then yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck if she's giving. You fuck and you leave, right? But if we're talking about a relationship, I couldn't be in a relationship with someone who wasn't at least the amount of giving that I need someone to be. Do you know what I mean? So that's not even anything.
To that too, though.
Yeah, that's not even. My point is that's not even anything I would like think of separately. I'm constantly evaluating a bunch of different variables in my interactions with that person.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, okay, I'm checking off the she's thoughtful box. It's like when I look back and think like how serious I want to get with this person. I'm like, yo, she does some really awesome shit for me sometimes.
Yeah, and
You know
I
what I mean?
think there's a difference from a woman who would do some shit for you. You let her know she always comes through, versus the woman that takes the initiative. And it's easier to really, you know what I mean? It's easier for you to give that girl shit, the one that doesn't take the initiative, because you feel like, man, I shouldn't have to. But realistically, you're a grown man. You should be able to handle your business. So if you want some assistance,
You should be able to ask
she's
for it.
ready to give, but you gotta tag her in. Nigga.
Yeah, but I don't like that either. You know,
But then
'cause
that's what you want
it's
her to do. That's what you want her to do to come
I
to
think
you.
that I want a woman that can anticipate some of my needs. That's all it is. I mean, that's thoughtfulness. I mean, if you know me well enough, I can be attracted to a woman who is interested in being proactive and addressing my needs. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
If that were really true, man, so many men wouldn't have to ask for head. If that were really,
You know what? You
as
just
true as
debunked
it
the
should
whole
be.
theory. So
Because,
yes, you're right. Yeah, that
You
might
know.
as well. You just shitted all over my theory.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's really, man. Anyways, honesty, is that attractive? I don't know. I mean, I guess.
What the fuck is the opposite?
I know, right?
Like deceit? Like yeah, no, I want a deceitful asshole. That's what I want.
I think more
Candidness.
Exactly. I think that's what I meant.
Yeah, I like that. So at my job, the teams that I lead, I'm pretty candid. I always have relationships with my boss. I like candid, straight up feedback.
Yeah.
I don't like any bullshit. Yeah. I'm not sensitive. So like, tell me what it is, and then based off what it is, if I can change it because I want to have this relationship with you, I will. If I don't care about you enough to change it, then I won't fuck with you no more. So like, my thing is be honest, be candid, because it eliminates. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers working together right now, doing something, whether personally or professionally, and they can't stand each other, but they too chicken shit to tell each other.
Yeah.
And they wasting time. So
I think
A lot of relationships like that too.
Yeah, I think my
Fucking
side of that is when you're not candid enough to be able to just and have that radical candor enough to just say exactly what the fuck you want. And I have to read between the lines. I got to spend all my goddamn time trying to decipher Morse code and wait for pigeons to come with secret notes and shit for me to figure out what the fuck you want. Like that piece right there, like I want a woman that just says, nigga, just give me that dick then. Like right now. Like, and clap with it when she says it. Like right now. I don't want to.
What do you have going on?
do you waggle your tail as you fucking walk over there?
I'm gonna be like, well, damn. I mean,
type of nigga getting tied up. That's
Facts.
true.
I'm not gonna. I'll clutch my pearls if I wore pearls. You know what I'm saying?
You make them do your hands and your feet first, Gent. Hands and your feet first.
You know, I get down like that.
Really? It's all right though. We curious. We just curious.
I'm just playing,
We
man.
just
I
curious.
prefer a woman that's blunt.
Yeah.
And by that I like what attracts me to women who just speak their mind.
It's confidence, like you talked to earlier too.
Indeed. So it's not necessarily even. Obviously, you want candor between your personal relationship, quote, between you two. But what attracts you, I like to see it when a woman does that everywhere with other people, with friends, whether it's a woman at work, just a woman who keeps it real, and that's who she is at all times. That's just very attractive. You know what I'm saying? I myself, and there's some guys who would be more interested in a timid woman. Can you see yourself with one?
Nah, not me.
I think that a lot of men could handle that. Like you said, oh, you know what? Your friend Jose said he wanted that. He said he wanted a hoe to just shut the fuck up and do what he said.
Did he really?
Hey, cook it clean.
That's a Latin dude,
And he
man.
called
He
me a
little different.
negro too. You know what I'm saying? And he called me a negro.
Or that
too.
could just be like a black guy.
Yeah.
It's either negro, negrito,
Yeah.
moreno, morenito.
Yeah, something like that.
You know?
You know what another thing is? When I was reading this study, they were talking about men rated an adventurous woman really high as one of the things that they are highly attracted to. So when you sit here and think about it, you don't. I know this is true. I don't want no chick that's just want to stay home all the damn time. Like, I don't want a homebody chick.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I want. I want to go do things.
Yeah.
I want to experience things, and I want to have fun while I'm going out there and experiencing those things. But if I have someone who be like, man, I'd love to go whitewater rafting in Costa Rica, and she said, why?
Yeah, well, that's what I was just
You know
about
what
to
I'm
bring
saying?
up.
I'd be over here like, why not?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. I mean,
Yeah.
we've all been on trips together and whitewater rafting and riding ATVs and jungles and all types of shit. And one of the things is we get these women who don't share the same interests we have. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking about us particularly, but I think men as a whole, and I think that's a very difficult thing because you want to spend half your time, your free time, doing X, Y, and Z, and the person that you're with doesn't like any of those things. So she can never understand why those things are important to you. And I think that creates a lot of stress in relationships. You know,
All you want to do is sleep and shit.
And
you sound mad.
no, first of all, before I say what I said, and I hope I remember, you bitches gotta stop taking so many fucking naps. God damn, bitch. You went to sleep at 9:30. You woke up at 8:30. Now, I'm not great at math, but that's about 11 hours. You should not be taking a nap at 1 p.m., bitch. And I mean, all right. Anyways, I think we were talking about what again?
Adventurous women.
Adventurous women. But the thing about that is, obviously that would attract you. If you're into an adventurous, doing adventurous things, an adventurous woman would attract you. The problem there is men focus on other attractions that they have for that woman, so they lose sight of that particular attraction, which is important to them. So they get in a relationship, and that's when it gets shitty because they were focused on maybe the face or maybe that fat ass booty that they were attracted to, and really didn't focus on what was most important. Because again, with attraction, there are so many things that can attract you to them, but there are the main ones, the important ones that will allow it to stick. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's temporary as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're attracted to a lot of people. You walk down the street, in New York or any major city, you're gonna see beautiful fucking people that you are instinctively attracted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Another one is that came out of this study was women with a higher pitched voice. So
Yeah.
no, and I'm not talking about squeaky dog. I'm talking about higher
woman voice.
A
Yeah.
nice, yeah. Not like, I don't know if I want a woman that sound like Tone Loc talking about, hey baby. Sound like she been smoking Newport 100s her whole life. Like, I don't know if I want that chick. Like, you ever met a chick where her voice was so deep that it was uncomfortable? Any of y'all?
Nah, she was a man. She was a man. That wasn't a chick. Chick's voice don't go like that. That was a man.
I think I did have one bitch, but she smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
No, I like the high pitched voice though. That's one thing that's
Like
I like, man. Like that high pitched voice is important to me.
No.
Nah, I mean, that was really
Nah,
high.
you sound like a transvestite. It's like a nigga trying to talk like a girl.
Yeah. Be careful out there, fellas.
Hey, it's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing surgeries now.
Makeup and all that shit, they getting real good at that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To me, what's most important when it comes to attraction, and this has to work on every man, and probably, I would say every man, because realistically, that's the way men think, is respect. Man, if a woman respects you and makes you feel like a fucking man and builds you up, and again, not that you're lacking in any way, but she just, pushes the point home, and oh no, you're my king, and let me do. And she's not,
king in there.
and she's not even being, doing too much with it. She just means it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
doesn't says it subtly, like, no, baby, you my king, I got you. And she just shows that respect in ways. Well, I know we don't agree on this, but you are the head of the household, and it's your decision. That type of verbal respect, shit, nigga.
Make you want to relinquish your power and give it right back to her.
You ever had that? Des, you ever had that? That sounds good,
man.
don't it?
Nah, I don't like that. Man. I don't like that.
You don't like a
that?
woman that respects you at all?
Nah,
Is that
well,
what
like
that-
here we go, man. We oversimplifying the definition of respect.
No,
Nobody's
I agree. Go
like
ahead.
I don't have relationships with women who disrespect me. So
Yeah,
the
of
opposite of
course
respect
not.
is disrespect. So I don't deal with the opposite of respect. So I get respect, but
Yeah.
no, man. I'm just like, to me, respect is. I'll take some part of what Jezzy said. To me, respect is being able to have disagreements without arguing. Right?
Yeah.
It's knowing that, hey, you know what? I'm not too big of a person to acquiesce to something you want. Like I listen, y'all can, if y'all listen to the podcast, y'all know this about me. I think my fundamental position on relationships is equality. Like I'm big on, I like equality in relationships. So I'm never looking for a woman to do anything that I wouldn't do. Right? And so I think there's just 5 or 6 things that I got to have to start a relationship with somebody. So some of these things are just in there. You know what I mean?
No, I feel what you're saying, and I just wanted to be clear that I'm not looking for any exaggeration, any superfluous type, over the top praise or any type of foolishness like that. I just mean the subtle ways, and to be honest, when it's subtle and it's small, it means even more. You know what I mean? And so I don't know.
No, I agree with you.
A little verbal confirmation, verbal
Never hurt
reassurance.
nobody,
I
though.
think
It never hurt
everyone
nobody.
loves verbal
Yeah.
reassurance.
Yeah.
I really do. You know what I mean? And if you got it more, I think you realize you need it.
It's true.
Shit. What about ambition? I know you, Gent. You like a whole doing well.
You know what? Ambition is a turn on when you're looking at someone who has some aspirations, has set a goal, a target in their mind, and I also respect women who like to utilize vision boards as long as they've created a plan dedicated to acquiring progression. But what I will say is, it is sexy. Someone who just says, I want this and I'm gonna go get this by any means necessary, and literally you can see that incremental progression. That is sexy to me. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean that you got to make a whole bunch of money. That is not what ambition means. What it means is that you have something that you're passionate about, that you're going for. What I hate to see is a woman without no passion. Passion is sexy. Passion is sexy in the bedroom. Passion is sexy in the boardroom. B&B. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
D, you feel the same way?
Yeah. I like a woman who's just as ambitious as I am. Like, has that drive. It's important to me. So I don't deal with chicks that ain't ambitious. You know what I mean? One of the first questions I ask when I start hanging out with somebody is, so like, what do you want to do? Like, what's your ultimate goal? Right? Some chicks don't even have an answer.
Man, that's
You
a
know what I mean?
fucked up
So-
situation too.
Yeah.
Boy.
Mhm.
You have no answer for that.
That's tough. And I think there are a lot of different reasons why, people or why a man is attracted to a woman. I think there's some crazy shit. Like, it could be your citizenship status. Like, he could be in need of a green card. You're single.
Or he just like dating foreign bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He ain't trying to go nowhere. He from here. He good.
May like a chick from Germany and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or Italy, any place.
A number of places.
Bring her back across the waters.
Yeah.
Might be from Florida. You know what I mean? From Florida.
It could be because she's a mother, and,
Yeah.
and maybe he's a single dad and needs some help.
Or she's still producing breast milk because she has a newborn baby. And a couple of niggas on this panel like breast milk.
I mean, damn, that was rather specific. Forget that. They're
I wouldn't mind the
Oh, you have a
nurse.
2-month-old, huh?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna
Some
lie.
nutrients.
It's good for your healthy brain function, though. That's what I heard, though. That's
Omega.
right.
Right.
Okay,
That's why your chin got gray hair and nigga, that's dried up milk, nigga. You nasty.
You do it like you do it.
You think about any other crazy reasons why a nigga would be attracted to a woman?
So I know we can get on this, but we talk about bad sex. Am I going off topic? Should we not bring that up now?
I mean, is that? I mean,
If you want to get away from sex, we can say there's no physical connection. She's beautiful. You might be handsome, but you guys aren't matched physically for whatever that means. I don't know.
I mean, what you can't. I mean, I don't know.
You might be opening up a can of worms too.
No. And I think that's a good question. You ever met a woman that is sexy? I mean, from a visual standpoint, but you don't feel that chemistry, that sexual animalistic.
Yeah. They call you homegirls.
She
Yeah.
doesn't do it for you.
She just doesn't do it for you.
But how can you find her attractive? Can you find a woman attractive and yet she doesn't turn you.
I think it's possible. You don't think it's possible?
I don't know. Lately, I've been seeing that a little bit, where it's like, man, she's bad, but she don't do it for me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's tough.
What
What do
about
you do
you,
with that?
Des? What about? I'm asking. You don't ever see women that you can say, man, she looks good, but you wouldn't approach her if you were single.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I mean?
we talked about this before, and this is our running thing. Anybody listens to the podcast, but because it's an ever-present word and it's vibe, right? And so what I mean is, everybody that's got a great vibe ain't cute, and everybody and there's some people who are beautiful who don't got a good vibe. So yeah, I've encountered many females in my day that I thought were pretty, right? At least to me, right? Because otherwise, why would I be talking to them? But not all of them have the vibe that I need. So I don't care how pretty you are if you ain't got the vibe.
Vibes aside, though, even physically, just from a
Right.
physically standpoint, strictly, you can see a woman that you can say, yeah, she's attractive, but
absolutely.
not to the level where you would not attractive enough, maybe. That
Situation,
you would
all the stars have to fall in line for something to
Yeah.
happen, but I'm not going to go out of my way or be proactive for her, even though I think she's attractive. Yeah, all the time. All the time, because I think there's just some things. There are things that are mildly attractive. To your point, as you said, there's levels to this, right?
Yeah,
I think there are things
yeah.
that people found mildly attractive, and so if you see an individual who has a bunch of mildly attractive features that appeal to you, you can see them as attractive. But there's also some things that you're extremely attracted to. So you could find a person with 3 or 4 mildly attractive things, but find somebody with 2 extremely attractive things to you, and that person blows them for
And you want to fuck them immediately.
Exactly. You already know it. Some
And
primal.
I think that's what everything comes down to, and that's what it's crazy. Y'all talk about me and sex, but when it comes down to attraction, whatever attracts you to that person in that moment, it's like, I want to fuck that person. If that feeling doesn't come to mind, you're not really even attracted. Like,
You think so?
But I thought you guys.
You think
do you
everybody
think
you
it-
attract that thinks you attractive wants to fuck you?
I think it ultimately it's gonna come to that. You think that you can have an attraction with that doesn't become physical, and it's just an attraction, and we can stay right there.
Goddamn, all of Jeezy's homegirls, be careful.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
But what do you mean, my homegirls? Like, I'm not attracted to my homegirl, so I'm saying, like, she can be attractive, but I'm not necessarily attracted. Just like we said, right? A bunch of women you could call attractive, but you wouldn't be attracted to. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, in this situation.
He's saying people who can be generally attractive to the general population doesn't necessarily mean he's attracted to them.
No, I'm saying I
You
can
know?
even call her attractive. You never seen a woman like, man, she looks good, but I wouldn't holler at her. Yeah,
I'm thinking
every
about
chick
it.
that you said
Well,
looks good.
but my thing is like then
agree
she
with you.
doesn't really meet your level of attractiveness.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that there's levels to this. So there are some women that you will see in your life and you will say they are so beautiful. I have to say something with them, right? So clearly, there's a point at which that works for you. That bitch ain't reached that point yet. That's all it is. You find her mildly
Nor will
attractive,
she ever, yeah.
right? So.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, one thing we did talk about, and I think it's very important to us because we love conversation. Like we're natural conversationalists, right?
Yeah.
What's attractive to me is when a woman can have intelligent, sustainable conversation, where I don't have to feel like it's radio silence and I gotta plug and play it every 5
I want to
minutes.
know if she can lead one. I would like that.
Yeah.
As a man, we have had the task of leading for fucking ever. Can we pass the torch, Me Too movement? Can we pass the fucking torch in dating? Like, lead the fucking conversation, because a woman is so quick to say, I get bored easily and he was boring. But bitch, what you didn't have anything to say either? You didn't have no questions?
Yeah.
So I think it goes both ways. To me, I would find it attractive when a woman can lead the conversation.
What about you, Des?
Control the vibe.
Yeah, I need that. I had a little list. I kind of jotted some things down. There's a couple of things we talked about, right? Passion for something. Right? Another thing was intellect, right? And I put this down before the podcast started because, to me, I need somebody that I like to learn, right? I just took this kind of assessment at my job for leaders, and one of the things is I'm a learner. I do things for the sake of learning, right? And ultimately try to benefit monetarily from them, but they're done for a different reason.
Was it Strengths Finder?
And nah, it was a Hogan assessment.
Oh, the Hogan. Okay. Cool.
But what I realized to me is that, like, the ability to have a conversation, like I always say, if you can be with somebody for 5-6 hours, and when you leave that person, you're like, man, like that seems like it's over already.
Yeah, those
that's
are
what you should
the
always be
best
looking
ones.
for. That's what you
where
always
you're
be
not
looking
looking at the clock at all.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
it felt like, where did the time go?
It's where did the fucking time go?
Yes.
That's when it's real. That's when it's effortless. When you don't even realize the fact that the world is going by you because you're so wrapped up in this person and their vibe.
It's hard to find a woman who give you that.
Have you had that before?
Yeah, I've had a woman who
and it's special, right?
That mental, it's so relaxing because again, you find how much easier it is to have a great conversation when you don't have to dictate most of it. And when you have a woman who knows how to handle hers, it definitely enhances everything. You know what I mean? I met a girl one time in college, and the way we would talk and feed off each other, she was so fucking intelligent. I mean, it didn't hurt that her booty was pinky booty. I'm talking about pinky before she got fat pinky.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
You're still doing
Huge.
fat pinky, though. You're still
my
doing
God.
fat pinky.
I don't know. I saw her the other day. I was like, damn, pinky. Shit.
Cherokee done slimmed down.
Yeah, but that ass still fat.
You ain't lying. You ain't never lied. Cherokee D ass. Salute you.
Tattooed on it. Appreciate, enough respect.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. And with that whole night, I swear, we linked up at about 5. And 2 snaps of the finger, it was 8 a.m. And we smoked and drank and listened to the John Lennon CD.
Y'all fuck?
I mean, nigga, I can't remember the last time I did get the pussy.
Okay,
but
well, I'm just saying, like had you not fucked up, like, damn,
John
y'all
Legend.
that
No,
much.
John Legend was, but even that though, while that happened, it really was the end. Like it, and the connection
Wasn't the definition. That was a byproduct.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It definitely was. You know what I'm saying? That shit was just inevitable when you connect on that level. You know what I mean? But that
You'll
shit,
remember that forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever. I should have.
I see look in your face right now.
Man,
I know.
I didn't kick it with her.
Get those
longer.
fade outs.
I didn't kick it with her as long as
You was
I
a different
should've.
dude. You was a different dude.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate what the quality, sometimes because
Think you'll be around the corner? You think
focus
it'll be
on the
everywhere?
quantity, yeah, and it was everywhere. To be fair, it was everywhere. Shout out to Taddeo.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean,
Another one is, and this you probably hear it more from the woman's standpoint, but there's men who like a little bit of hood in their chick.
Yeah.
That street relatability. Listen, I'm just putting
Depends
it
on
out
who
there.
he is,
It
yeah.
depends. It depends on who he is, his upbringing. You hear from women all the time. It's all right if they have a corporate individual, but what they want is a corporate thug. Mm-hmm. They want someone who can sit here and fuck up a Excel pivot table, but go out there and wheel a 9 in the streets. Like
That's real tough. Because with their definition of corporate, those niggas, them real niggas is not doing that. They're not talking about on these streets.
They don't need to.
I mean,
their idea of corporate is he managed a KFC or something like that. When we got a different,
Yeah.
that's not what we talking about.
And I honestly, I can see.
No disrespect.
I can see, from that man's perspective, having been there when I was young, a nigga love a hood hoe. You know what I'm saying?
I know you did.
Cold grill and all, nigga.
I knew you did.
She
He
ain't got
did,
no
though.
grill?
He
Oh,
did,
fuck,
though,
She ain't
dude.
real, nigga.
I
Like,
hate
I
that.
love
He
that
did,
shit,
though,
but I was
dude.
at a different
He
stage in
did.
life. So a lot of things can be attractive. You know what I mean? It's where you are, kind of, that makes, brings you to that level of attraction. So if you a nigga in the hood, of course you're gonna need a hood hoe.
Yeah.
You damn sure ain't gonna get a bitch who work on Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Not if you live in motherfucking shack off Flatbush Ave.
And sometimes you see a lot of men that are well-to-do, and they like a hood bitch for a number of reasons as well, because they like the fact that they have some form of elevation over them for some reason. They attracted to someone of a lower status. You see that shit all the time. They like that shit. I don't know if it's a control thing. So maybe some men like control, and they see control as being attractive, but I don't really.
Like when he grabs her, he shakes her, he says, "You know who buys your jeans, don't you, bitch?"
I
Like
mean,
that.
yeah.
Wow.
It could be.
Do you want a new blouse? Yes or no? Then you look me in my fucking face. That's tough. Tough situation. Tough situation, man.
And another one is personality. Like, for example, positivity. Like I like personalities that have a positive vibe. You ever seen a chick that
Optimist?
Yeah, just optimistic, positive
Yeah,
in
but,
nature. I don't want a chick that be like, dang boy, my
probably
lights
gonna
off, and and my cable off. They want all of it. They don't want some of it.
No,
You shouldn't be, first, can I say something real quick? You shouldn't be dealing with bitches that's still getting shit cut off at this point in their life.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just,
like, live within your means, ho.
Of
Like,
course, I'm
goddamn.
exaggerating though, but I don't want no one who just literally is just like, woe is me all the time. They out there like Igor talking about, oh, Pooh Bear.
Dude,
you know that bullshit right there.
What else is she supposed to talk about? She in a
I
fucked
mean,
up
she
situation.
in the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
How can you make that? How can you put an optimistic spin on? I can't pay my light bill.
Don't save them.
I'm just
They
saying.
don't wanna be saved.
That's
Don't
an important
save her.
decision. That's what you
She
really
don't
need to do.
wanna
Walk
be
away.
saved. Don't
But
save
outside
her.
of that, yeah, you definitely want a woman that has a positive vibe. Really, it's just your outlook on everything, and I think that comes down to a lack of judgment, a judgment-free zone where you really feel that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So everything you say, you know you're not going to be judged, so it all feels good. You know what I mean?
But who wants the opposite of that? I mean, like on that the opposite
Mm-hmm.
terms, I think it's right. But like, who wants it? Like, man, I want that bitch to have a negative outlook on life because I need her to bring me down every day. Like, who the fuck wants that, man?
You
like,
know there are men, and they're emotionally abused. They're using something to their benefit in a negative way. You know what I mean? You see that shit all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, men do it all the time to women. Man, girl, you just gonna break this family up. But you was fucking my cousin. Oh, so that you just don't want no father in your kids' life, just like the rest. No, you using shit
And
that
this
you
was
know
a fault for
emotionally
that.
to exactly.
Hey, all me ladies out there listening, hey, you don't gotta deal with that bullshit, man.
Yeah,
There's
real talk.
dudes out here that treat you right. So
Now I'm gonna
Like
tell
that.
you something
Real
that
talk.
somebody told me. We ain't finna come help taking care of them babies. And we damn sure ain't making no payments on anything we're not having financially. So don't listen to us. If you feel like you got to be with that nigga, you better suck that dick if that's what you need to take. Just pay the damn rent. Dog, we don't know these people's lives, D.
Hey, I'm
Shit
not. I'm
real
giving
out
no
here.
lies. I'm giving general back. Nobody deserves to get beat up. So
Oh yeah,
that's my
no. I
perspective on
thought
that.
we talking about abuse. If we talking about physical abuse, undoubtedly.
Oh, yeah.
But emotional
That's some
abuse,
weak
that shit
shit.
happening in damn near every relationship and marriage. You know what I'm saying? More than you like to believe.
Do what's right for yourselves.
Yeah.
What about another one? Do you find that you want a shorter woman in your life? Like,
Hell no.
no. There's men who want a shorter
know,
woman.
I
Like
know.
if they
Trying to fill the cavity ass niggas. We know who you are.
They dick small. Dog, if you're 6'5",
I'm big now. I'm big now.
No, seriously.
nigga.
If you 6'5", 6'6", and you got a 5'4", 5'2" girlfriend,
you doing too much.
what the hell, dog? Like, what the hell, dude? What do you want to kill her? Like, seriously.
I don't want to wear any ass either.
Oh
Right?
my god, dog. I'd be afraid if I was her. Oh my god, big nigga get on me like that. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen. Breeding, man. Listen, this is the thing, man. I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm going to get on it for about 12, 13 seconds, starting now. Listen, what you name your kids matters. The genes that you pass on to them matters. Who their mom and their dad is matters. Stop thinking this shit is a fucking, like, pulling shit out of a hat, right? So when it comes to kids, look at that motherfucker. Every time you have sex, think about this. This motherfucker could be the mother or father of my kids. So be selective, right? Because if you fuck around and get pregnant or get some girl pregnant, you have to be here for these kids, man. So one time for breeding right.
Here's the thing: people look at height and power as authoritative,
That's
right?
real.
And that's what it is. They look at it as power and authoritative. The taller you are over somebody, it's a towering effect.
It's
right?
psychological.
And it is, and they deem it to be more success. They deem themselves to be more successful in the relationship when they're taller. It's weird.
Have you ever had a boss that was shorter than you and starts having a conversation and maybe even reprimanding you in some way about something that you did, and you looking down at him like, motherfucker, you know I whoop your ass. And they gotta know it because there's no way not to look down. You know they look when you. No, I understand. No, you know what I mean? Like, I think short men have it really tough in the world.
Oh yeah.
I think they really have it tough in the world, and I think they probably have it tougher than, white women and
Black women get
black
worse,
women. Yeah,
Let's just be honest.
We should
though.
have had our homeboy K1 on this episode.
Yeah, because there's short brothers
Nigga,
out
K1.
there. There's still short brothers out there that still go for shorter women. You could be 5'8" and they will find themselves a 5'3". It is
That's
That's
realistic.
easy.
That's
That's
very
easy.
realistic.
or
Probably
5'2".
if you're a 5'5" man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or and if you 5'4", I mean, you see even Kevin Hart, I think he's 5'4" or something like that.
Yeah, 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah, and his girl is like easily 5'7", 5'8".
Oh yeah, she about 3
yeah.
inches taller than him.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
You know,
I'm glad he did that. He did that for genetics. Your son will thank you.
Yeah.
Nigga might actually come out to be 5'9", 5'10" or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
there's another piece around the perfect smile that men are attracted to women with beautiful teeth, and then
Dimples.
on this market tool survey they conducted with like 5,000 plus people on Match.com, they said both men and women, the first thing they notice about their potential lover or their love interest is their teeth, followed by their grammar.
And that goes both ways.
I mean,
on the grammar, too.
Yeah,
It absolutely does.
you can fuck
A
up some.
hood bitch, a black bitch be like, nah, that nigga talk too proper.
Hey, I've had that before.
Or real talk. Someone
real
that
talk.
said, I mean, you do say indubitably a lot.
Listen, no, but I remember being a young man and going on dates and had what I thought was a great time, right, with this young lady who I thought was from a hood area, but trying to do better with her life, right? And we ended up not connecting, so I ended up hitting her one day, just like, hey, hope you're well. It was something I seen of hers that reminded me, like, I just found you such and such. It's over if you want to pick it up. She didn't live too far from me. And I remember saying, like, she hit me back, hope you're doing well. Like, why didn't I was like, I don't remember why we didn't work out. This is months later. She said, I just felt like you would think that I wasn't educated enough or sophisticated enough.
Just based off of your grammar.
Just based on my grammar. We ain't even talking. Y'all know me. I don't go here flaunting nothing I do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you have a high. You're very verbose and a high level of vocabulary.
That really says to her lack of
and
confidence.
it could, yeah,
I agree,
yeah.
100%.
You know,
like I don't think I speak like this, and it is incredibly difficult.
Definitely not.
I'm not that formal with my language.
Exactly,
You know what I
especially
mean?
when you're not in a professional.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
he kind of remind me of T.I. There's
That
a lot of
nigga
big.
talks like this and says things like T.I. talks slow as shit.
Use a lot of
You
big
have 7
words
gentlemen
and
who
still
went-
be hood as hell in the same breath. Yeah.
expeditiously, man. Shout out to T.I. podcast.
Yeah,
I listen to it.
that
man.
podcast is fire. Though.
Yeah.
For real.
Whatever attracts you to these ladies, fellas, you know what I mean? Go for it. But ladies, it can be anything. So you got to be your truest self.
Yeah.
And hopefully whatever you got will shine.
Let him like you for you.
Yeah.
Now let him
Whatever
like you for
that may be,
That
though.
face you
Whatever
put
it may
on in
be.
the morning before you see him.
And
You know what I
understand
mean?
that
Be
you're
real.
not gonna be everything to everybody, and it's all right, dog.
Yeah.
Like it's not a big deal. Like, God dang.
Yeah. It's tough to say when you don't have any, when you're comfortable that you won't be alone for the rest of your
Because
life.
there's
But
always
people that feel like that.
But there's gonna be someone who gonna like what you have.
What if you live in West Virginia? He live in Albuquerque,
it's
New
hard.
Mexico.
Hey,
Boy.
I think
This is why the internet is very
You're
viable.
allowed.
See,
right
but
now.
that's it. People don't trust the internet on that level. People
yeah.
are meeting. I don't think most people say, "Yeah, I met this person online. I'm going for it. This is all. I'm all in." Like, there's always skepticism, I'd imagine, and yeah, I guess it's working since so many damn websites out. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
People fucking
I
on
think
that, sure.
meeting organically is always going to be.
Yeah,
better.
that's always.
You know
the best
why
way.
that is though? And like, not to go off topic, because we some 80s and 90s babies. Do you know what I mean?
That might
Because
be
these
it.
kids nowadays have grown up with technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's nothing for them to.
They're making decisions
doing
off
things
of
on
Snapchat
social
and
media.
shit.
Literally.
That's
Do you
true.
have a social media account?
It's the first thing.
Let me check out your page, right? Let me see your pictures and see what your life is to see if I want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Already. You
That's
don't got to
crazy.
talk no more. You don't got to
Yeah.
talk no more.
You
Your life.
don't. You don't, and by sharing your page, that automatically shows them
Who you
what
are.
you got. Yeah, damn,
And
that's tough.
but let's just also be
We should
be
do an episode
real.
on that, by the
Yeah,
way.
we
Social
should.
media age.
We should. I think
need
that'd
some
be
research
good
for
for
that.
our millennial and Gen Y population
Yeah.
as well, dog.
It's your blue. It's damn near your thumbprint.
What's fucked up is a lot of that shit is fabricated. You're only gonna see what they're
The
allowing
best.
you to see,
Yeah, the
right?
best.
But
You're not gonna see that he been snorting cocaine for 10 years secretly.
Hey, some people are real on their social media. Some
yeah,
people are
some
real.
people are.
you saw him do a line of coke on it.
No,
I guarantee you can find
but
that.
no. But he's right though. Some people are, but
Vast
not
majority,
everybody.
yeah,
vast
agreed.
majority, undoubtedly,
Yeah, indubitably.
are not keeping it that
Fucking
damn
hate
real.
you for that one, right?
Far
now.
from that transparent.
Hey, either way, man, I appreciate y'all
We love
joining
you.
us in the kitchen. Brunch with the Boys on Instagram. Hit us up at Brunch with Boys with a Z. We on Facebook. Look it up. We on
The book and
Spotify,
IG,
Google,
in case y'all don't
Apple.
know these words.
All of that right there.
Hey, I want to say one thing too. Like, we want to listen. We welcome other folks with podcasts. We want to spread our platform. We want y'all to be able to spread our platform. So let's work together. We'd love to be on some different podcasts. We'd love to have some people on too. So we're pretty. We talk about some things in relationships, but we're pretty well versed guys. So reach out to us and let's network. Let's do this.
And we get a bunch of that, but we definitely want to continue to expand that. The other piece is we still have to the end of the month. We're running a anniversary drawing where you can, just depending on the tiers, just check out any one of our social media platforms, and you will get a Brunch with the Boys t-shirt, the ability to name the next podcast, a guest on it, and an Amazon $50 gift card in celebration. And we're doing 3 drawings. Check the social media platforms out, do what it says to do, and then get your entry, and then we'll be doing a drawing at the end of the month.
Hey, Jen, didn't you say you was going to add on a pair of lightly worn drawers too for all the ladies out there?
Yeah, anyone who wants to. And I'm going to be wearing these drawers for the whole month.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to be right, though.
Yeah,
it's going to be right.
Yeah. USPS is taking them out, man. They trashing them. We appreciate y'all. That's what it is.
Brunch with the Boys.
Yeah.
Coffee and brunch. We can have our conversations over coffee and brunch. Ha.